Hold on to your hats, fight fans. We're kicking things off with a middleweight showdown that's been brewing. UFC 328 just got a massive main event as Khamzat Chimaev is set to defend his title against the relentless Sean Strickland in Newark, New Jersey. But that's not all the action heading to New Jersey. The middleweight contender Ateba Gautier is back in the cage, rebooked against Ozzy Diaz at UFC 328, looking to continue his impressive climb up the ranks. Meanwhile, the lightweight division heats up as UFC Vegas 116 gets a brand new main event. Featherweight titans Aljamain Sterling and Youssef Zalal are set to go head-to-head in a thrilling 5-round war. And finally, we're heading north of the border to Winnipeg for UFC Fight Night 273. Get ready for an electrifying bantamweight clash as Jourdain takes on Kyler Phillips in a co-main event that promises fireworks. Don't miss a second of the action. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. The middleweight grudge match is on. Get ready for a middleweight championship showdown that has the entire fight world buzzing. Reigning undisputed champion Khamzat Chimaev is slated to put his title on the line against the always dangerous former title holder Sean Strickland. This highly anticipated 185-pound clash is set for May 9th at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, officially announced by UFC President Dana White himself. Chimaev, who secured the title last summer with a dominant performance over Dricus du Plessis, has remained undefeated since his move to middleweight, with previous victories over former champions Kamaru Usman and Robert Whittaker. On the other side, Sean Strickland is coming off a powerful knockout victory in February and has made it clear that facing Chimaev for the belt is his sole focus. This fight is more than just a title defense. It's a collision of contrasting styles and personalities that promises an unforgettable night of action. Fans are already debating who has the edge in this stylistic battle, with analysts pointing to Chimaev's suffocating pressure against Strickland's sharp striking and resilience. The division's top contenders are on notice, as this bout will undoubtedly reshape the middleweight landscape. Will Chimaev's dominance continue, or will Strickland reclaim the middleweight throne? Stay tuned, because we're diving into another massive UFC event taking place in New Jersey, featuring a rising contender's next challenge. Ateba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz, rebooked for UFC 328. The middleweight division's rising star, Ateba Gautier, is set to continue his ascent as he's been rebooked against Ozzy Diaz for UFC 328. This exciting matchup is scheduled for May 9th at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. This bout was initially slated for UFC 320 last October, but Diaz was forced to withdraw. Gautier, who boasts an impressive 10-1 professional record with a perfect 4-0 in the UFC, has been on a steady climb, most recently securing a first-round knockout and a dominant decision win. Diaz, with a 10-3 record, is looking to rebound after a split in his first 2 UFC appearances, aiming to make a statement against the Cameroonian powerhouse. Fans are eager to see if Gautier can maintain his undefeated UFC streak, while Diaz looks to derail the hype train. The middleweight division is heating up, and this fight adds another layer of intrigue. Will Gautier continue his dominant run, or will Diaz prove to be a spoiler? Get ready for a complete shakeup in a UFC main event, as a former champion prepares for a new challenge in a different weight class. Sterling versus Zalal headlines UFC Vegas 116. Featherweight titans are set to clash as Aljamain Sterling and Youssef Zalal will now headline UFC Vegas 116. This compelling 5-round main event is scheduled for April 25, 2026, at the Meta Apex. The change comes after the original welterweight main event was shifted to UFC 328. Sterling, a former bantamweight champion, returns to the octagon for the first time since his unanimous decision victory over Brian Ortega last August. He's looking to solidify his position in the featherweight division, where he holds a 2-1 record since moving down in 2024. Zalal, known as the Moroccan Devil, is on an incredible 8-fight win streak, with 5 of those victories coming under the UFC banner, showcasing his dangerous skills against notable opponents. With both fighters ranked within the top 10 featherweights, this bout promises high stakes and thrilling action. This matchup has the fan base buzzing, with many expecting a technical striking battle mixed with grappling exchanges. The rankings implications for this fight are significant, potentially setting up the winner for a title shot. Can Sterling reclaim championship glory, or will Zalal's win streak continue? We're not done yet. We're heading to Winnipeg for an explosive co-main event that's guaranteed to deliver fireworks. Jourdain versus Phillips added to UFC Winnipeg. Get ready for a thrilling bantamweight showdown, as Charles Jourdain is set to face Kyler Phillips in the co-main event of UFC Fight Night 277 on April 18th at the Canada Life Centre in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Jourdain, a Canadian standout, is looking to extend his 2-fight win streak since dropping to the bantamweight division. With victories over Victor Henry and Davy Grant, a win over Phillips could propel him into the official UFC bantamweight rankings. Phillips, hailing from Arizona, aims to snap a 2-fight skid and re-establish himself in the division. He boasts impressive wins over notable fighters like Song Yadong and Pedro Munhoz, showcasing his potential to upset even the toughest competition. This bout is a crucial test for both fighters, with significant implications for their future in the highly competitive bantamweight division. Fans are anticipating a fast-paced striking battle with plenty of action. Will Jourdain continue his momentum, or will Phillips get back on track? That's all the news for today, but stick around for our lightning round recap and your chance to win big. And that's a wrap on today's top UFC news. We saw Khamzat Chimaev set to defend his middleweight title against Sean Strickland at UFC 328. Ateba Gautier rebooked against Ozzy Diaz for the same New Jersey card. Aljamain Sterling and Youssef Zalal headlining UFC Vegas 116. And Charles Jourdain facing Kyler Phillips in a bantamweight war at UFC Winnipeg. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for all your latest fight news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, leave a comment letting us know your predictions, and follow us on all our social media platforms. See you next time.